A little bit.
Must be.
Exactly. Now we can move on. So, in the Parashat Dvarim, you can see that the parasha is starting with אלה הדברים אשר דיבר משה אל כל ישראל בעבר הירדן. It's a huge rebuke that Moshe Rabbeinu is rebuking Am Yisrael. And Rashi is explaining a little bit about the rebuke. We've done few bad things in our life. And there is a side to say that we need to hear that rebuke. We're not arguing with it. And in the Haftarah, the Haftarat Chazon, called Shabbat Chazon, it's also a horrible rebuke, very hard rebuke of Yeshayahu, the Navi Yeshayahu, in Jerusalem, in Am Yisrael, on the holy tribe of Yehuda. You're going to read it Be'ezrat Hashem in Shabbos. I don't need to be the one that's going to read it all for you. But it's very hard. It's very hard. Kadosh Baruch Hu Mamash is saying, you're making me very tired with all of your avonot. Mamash. Finish. Stop it already. He's begging. Mamash. In Yiddish we're saying chalas. So, Mamash HaKadosh Baruch Hu is... It's hard. It's hard for Hashem Yitbarach. The avonot, the sins, the fact that people are not even after Hashem Yitbarach, not looking. It's hard. It's very hard for Hashem Yitbarach. But we need to understand what is the reason for that rebuke. What, Hashem, you're rebuking us so hard. Alright, so we're sinning and we were sinning and we sinned so much and we've done such horrible things in our life. Okay, you're right, but what the rebuke gonna help? Why are you torturing us with reminding us again and again what we've done? Another time and another time, rebuking and rebuking. Every year we need to learn it again, to hear it again and again. And if it would help, what is the use of that rebuke? So we can see that today in the Shiur Gemara we learned about smuchim. We ask smuchim min Torah minayin. Where Am Yisrael are learning smuchim from, that one verse is leaning on the other verse, and we can learn from one verse to the other, even if there is no connection between them, so to speak, because that they are together, we're learning something. There is a wisdom in it. So in Parashat Chazon, it's written, after all of that review, mamash in the end of the review, that Yeshayahu, Hanavi, Yeshaya is rebuking us. It's written, Chodshechem u'adechem sana nafshi b'olam. You cannot stand even the holidays, the times that people are coming to sacrifice the sacrifices. You cannot accept it anymore. He hates that. Even our kaparat avonot, he is not looking for. Even on our tshuva. It's not tshuva, the problem is that people think that by giving tzedakah, it's like tshuva. It's when they're bringing the sacrifices to the Bet Mikdash, so it's instead of tshuva. But the sacrifice is not acceptable without confession, without the person going to confess on his avonot. So because we lack of the confession, because we lack of that vidur, this is why HaKadosh Baruch Hu cannot stand even the sacrifices. Because a person can imagine to himself, alright, now I'm going to donate 5,000 shekels to the yeshiva, and Baruch Hashem, I'm clean, wonderful. You haven't started to clean yourself. Again, it's tzedakah, it's a mitzvah, wonderful, Baruch Hashem. But you are not working on cleaning yourself. Cleaning yourself, it's just that confession. And now if you're confessing and you're giving tzedakah, you're doing something like that, so okay, we see your goodwill, it's helping, it's supporting the tshuva, the confession. So we can see here that Borei Olam is rebuking us and he's saying to us something that this is the most hard thing in the world. That Borei Olam is saying, Uveforsechem, Uvefrischem, and when you're spreading, Kapechem, your hands, palm of your hands, A'alim enai mikem, I will not listen to your prayers. I'm not going to look at you at all. Gam ki tarbut tefillah, also if you're going to daven a lot, eneni shomea, I'm not hearing you. This is the hardest thing of them all. There's something more hard than that. Okay, punishments, okay, but it's only if we're not praying. But now even if you're going to pray, now even if you're going to do tshuva, if you're going to daven, not acceptable. Chas v'shalom. This is the hardest thing of them all. Yedechem damim maleu. Your hands are full with blood. If your hands are full with blood, I cannot see your hands when you're waving your hands. What are you waving? Your avonot? You're showing me your avonot. Cannot stand your tefillot even. So this is the hardest verse of them all. There is no tikkun. If there is no place to pray, to daven to HaShem Yitbarach, so kivyachol, so to speak, there is no tikkun. We cannot do nothing, just to suffer. Chas v'shalom. But now you can see that Borei Olam is saying in the next verse. This is smuchim. Look how strong that verse is leaning on the first verse, on the verse that we just learned. Rachatzu, Borei Olam is saying, wash yourself, clean yourself. Hizaku, be pure, purify yourself. Hasiru ro'a ma'alelchem, get rid of all of your bad actions. Mineged enai, for my eyes, that I will not see that you're sinning so much, that you're not going to sin. Chidlu hare'a, stop doing bad things. Limdu heitev, learn carefully. Dirshu mishpat, learn the halachot and judge right like you should. And now there is, and help the orphan and the widow. Lechuna, and then go. V'nivachecha, and then if you're going to do that, we're going to see. What we're going to see? Yomar Adonai, HaShem going to say, He's saying, Im yiyu chataechem kashanim, even if your sin going to be red as the shani, the color of the shani, it's red. Kashanim, kasheleg yalbinu. It's going to purify it, it's going to be like white, it's going to be white as snow. Im ya'adimu katola, if it's going to be red like tola, katzemeriyu, it's going to be white like wool. So you see that there is a solution. And where is the solution start? In the verse that we said before, that when you're davening, Borei Olam is not listening to your prayers. What it means? It means that if you're standing and you're davening to Borei Olam and you're trying to do tshuva on something, the most simple example for a lot of people to understand is if we're going to talk about money. People that are davening to have their parnasa, and they're begging to HaShem Yitbarach for years on years to give them the parnasa. And Borei Olam is saying to them, I'm not listening to your prayers. I'm not helping you. You're not going to have parnasa. I know, I see, you're davening. I'm not looking at you. Your hands are full with blood. Chas v'shalom. I'm not listening to your prayers. And the person is standing and davening. So on that, the next verse, the smuchim, that verse, learn from this verse to that verse. Rachatzu, we need to purify ourselves. If you're going to purify yourself, Borei Olam will listen to your tefillah. All of the things that Borei Olam is saying to you with the fact that He's not listening to your prayers, it's not that He's not listening and this is it. Just that He's waiting for your purification. He's waiting that you're going to do an inner job, inner work, to clean yourself. To clarify to yourself, what, Borei Olam, why are you stopping me? What you want from me? It's called a tipul shoresh. How you say tipul shoresh in English, like a dentist?
Root canal.
Root canal. You're going until the root. You're looking for the roots of the problem. This is Rav Shalom.
How did he say the actions work of purifying?
Rachatzu, wash yourself. Hizaku. Hizaku means purified. Bizach, to zach, it's pure, like pure. Hasiru ro'a ma'alalchem. Get rid of your bad actions. Mineged enai, for my eyes, that I will not see them, that they will not exist. Chidlu hare'a, stop doing bad things. We learned that always when it's written Ra, it's talking about matters of Kedusha, always. And also Yedechem Damim Aleu, this is the Damim, it's also the Damim of lack of Kedusha, the Zera Lebatala and all of those horrible avonot. So we know that we need to understand when Borolam is not listening to your prayers, it doesn't mean that he is not looking for your tshuva. He's just exactly, this is what he's pushing you to the edge. He's pushing you to the corner that you're going to admit there is something that is missing in your inner chipus. You're looking, inner search that you're doing. You are doing, but Borolam wants you to achieve something. If you're going to, just now we're going to give you something, it's not going to help you. We all need to understand that the spiritual gain of tshuva, it's so huge. It's so huge. Even that you don't see results, you don't see consequences in your life. You look at yourself and you say, I'm the same. I'm stuck in the same fields. I'm stuck in the same desires, the same horrible thoughts I have in my mind daily. What's going on? What is the progress that tzaddikim are talking about all of the time? What is that progress? I'm the same. You don't understand at all who are you. You don't know who you are. You're judging yourself like you're judging other people. But Borei Olam rebuked Shmuel HaNavi and he told him that he cannot judge other people. That he cannot look inside to a person and to know who really he is. He told him, Adam yir'eh la'enayim, you see only the eyes. But HaShem yir'eh la'levav, he sees through the heart. He sees the heart. So we need to understand that even when you're judging yourself, you see only the outside. You don't see who you really are. You don't know who your soul is. Who is your neshama? Look at yourself when you were young, when you were 3 years old, when you were 4 years old. How sweet you were. Just wanted good things in your life. Just wanted to play and to be happy. This is you. This is before all of the trauma and the falling and the downs that we all had in our life. Everyone. All of who you really are now, it's only because of all of the covering, all of the astarot, of the horrible galut. But you are a neshama, you're so pure, each and every one. You're so pure, what can we talk about? When you're looking inside to yourself, you see it's a pearl, it's a diamond. I am a diamond, each and every one of us, you're a diamond. You're amazing. You're not simple, it's not, alright, nice guy, no. You're awesome, you're amazing. Your mother was hugging you and kissing you and then we wish, yes. Yesterday I was talking to a guy that told me that his father never hugged him and that his mother, she's eight people in 2.5 rooms in Bat Yam. A guy in age of 20 that he is the mefarnes of all of the house. He's bringing the parnasah for all of the house. Horrible debts and horrible life. Horrible life. And the person, he's a hero. The person is a hero. And how he gonna judge himself? I'm not learning Torah. I'm not doing it bodedut. I'm not doing it. You're crazy. Who can do it bodedut in your condition? Who is it? We hope that you're gonna have a miracle that you're gonna do. This is that guy that I told you that done 1 hour in bodedut, and someone called him and told him that he gave him $200 after 1 hour in bodedut for the ticket to Uman.
Wow.
So you see a person like that? All of the burden of the world is on his back. And he's caring. And he wants to do more things and more good things. Look at the people. Look what it means, Am Yisrael. If you're going to look like that, you're going to be amazed. And you need to know those things about yourself. All of the criticism, all of the self-hatred that people have, it's all lashon hara of yetzer hara. It's all, this is the snake that is whispering and whispering to you all of the time that you're going to fall to sadness, that you're going to fall from avodat Hashem. Because sadness, this is poison. This is the poison of the snake, it's sadness. All of the time it's trying to crawl all over you in this sadness, with this sadness, to tell you that you're not succeeding, that you're not worthy, that you're miserable, that you're a failure, that you're nothing, that you ruined so much. The tzaddik is standing from the other side and he's saying it's not true. It's all lies. If you believe that you can ruin, you should believe that you can fix. you should know for sure that you can fix. And the fixing, it doesn't need to be so hard as the kilkul. There is a person that he can suffer for years from a certain disease, and one pill, one root, gonna help him. One small treatment gonna save him. One enzyme that is ruining his life, and he can never imagine that with one pill he can fix it all. One small thing can help him, and he's suffering for years and years. The fact that we're suffering, it's not because the disease is so hard. It's just because we're stuck there. We're stuck. We're stuck. We have a certain stupidity that our eyes are blinded, and we're not going to the right direction. But there is a wonderful open path, and the sun is glowing, and the day is bright, and it's summertime, and mamash, everything is wonderful. Just go in that path and understand. One of the guys told me today that he made his first hit Bodedut after 3 months in the yeshiva. So you're going to say, Chas Shalom, what, 3 months he's in the yeshiva and he haven't done it Bodedut? Can you imagine to yourself what it means that a person really was stopping all of his life and was talking to Borei Olam from his heart? One time in his life, first time in his life. Who cares? You know what was that moment? How important is that second? That the person was really talking to HaShem Yitbarach? It's amazing. You know what a United States.
Unity.
I don't know, chibur, attachment. With that person and HaShem Yitbarach in that moment, it's like he fixed all of his life in that moment. It's not like, it's a tikkun for all of his life. That second that you're standing in front of Borei Olam and you're telling him, Father, and you're with him, and you know that he's listening to you, this is it. This is the purpose why you created to this world. There is nothing else to achieve in Avodat Hashem. What more you want to achieve in Avodat Hashem? You have Hashem with you. You're there. It's not hard at all. Look, Hashem can cry, Hashem can suffer. Hashem is suffering all of that suffering. For us he is suffering. And after it, what he's saying, purify yourself. You can clean yourself. You don't need nothing. Just pure yourself. Stop doing those bad actions. What are those bad actions? All of that fact that we're going with the bad. That we believe that we need to do bad things. That we have to do bad things. All of the time we have that Yetzer Hara. How are you going to stop it? Only with talking to Hashem. I want to stop everything. To stop the train. To go out from the train. And start talking to Borei Olam. On everything. On every subject. On every problem. We need to fix our mind. Fix it. Just understand. If you need something, you have someone to talk to about it. This is it. This is the wisdom of Judaism. Just simplicity. You need something? Father in heaven, I need you. Please, Father, help me. Father of mercy. Please, Abba, I need you. I need support. I need your love. It's hard for me now. Okay, so now he's not helping you. Talk about that. Father, you're not helping me. I need you to help me. He's not helping you. All right, Father, I understand. You're not helping me even now. Help me to understand what I need to do. Always transfer your condition to pray. To prayer. To talk to HaShem Yitbarach. And you're fixing yourself in ways that we can never imagine. You don't know where you're heading. You can never imagine on which track you're running. You're on the highway on Meirut Ha'or, in the light speed. You're flying, you're with Hashem. There's nothing that can stop you. And it doesn't matter even if the person, Chas Shalom, in the end he's dying on Kiddush Hashem. You can understand what it means that the person is dying on Kiddush Hashem. We cannot see him in the world to come. You cannot see Rabbi Akiva and his friends, you cannot see them. Not only Rabbi Akiva and Asara Hugei Malchut. Even a soldier that he was a Chiloni, that he is fighting for Am Yisrael, and he died in I don't know what. He was buying sneakers in a shekem, in a kiosk, and in a bombing he died. He didn't even fight. Just he's a Jew and someone stabbed him and he died because he's a Jew. Which Kiddush Hashem was in it? No, he died because he was a Jew. Borei Olam is putting him with Rabbi Akiva and his friends. And no one can see them because it's how you say, mesanver? Blinding? Blinding. You cannot see a huge amount of light like that in your eyes. Even in spiritual eyes, even in the world to come, you cannot observe that. It's the sun. You see the sun. It's amazing. We need to understand what it means that we are doing tshuva in this generation. How can you do tshuva? Everything is going opposite way. Everything is going to the opposite way. Everything. All of the success, all of the satisfactions. The Yetzer Hara is paying cash. Every sin that you're sinning, you're enjoying on the spot. Immediately you have, it's cash, it's in your pocket, you're enjoying. You're getting honor, immediately you feel it. You're eating, you're full, you're calm. Everything that you're doing with Yetzer Hara, paying cash. On the spot, you have something. Ba'olam is paying in the world to come. Who wants to work for someone like that, Chas Shalom? Who? You're going to work for all of your life and they're going to tell you, don't worry, we're going to pay you. You're going to say to yourself, am I crazy to work for a person like that always promising and promising and promising? To serve Hashem Yitbarach, it's something that it's not logic to serve Hashem Yitbarach. You have someone that is paying cash on every avon that you're doing. You're achieving something. You're enjoying, you're sleeping, you're eating, you're nurturing, you're feeding yourself. This is it. What else you need to do in your life? You just enjoy life. It's the most simple shita in the world. It works. You see, it works. All of 99.99999% of the world doing that. Exactly that. This is the best shita. You're doing, you're getting. This is it. It's game. But us, we're crazy. We have something wrong with us. No, we don't want the parnasah, Baruch Hashem, Borei Olam, whatever he likes, whatever he wants. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're working for someone that Bezrat Hashem you're going to pay. And we are even saying that to serve Hashem Yitbarach is when you're dropping without the world to come. Who cares if I'm going to have world to come? Just want to serve Hashem. You're crazy. You're crazy. This is a crazy person. So we are crazy. And there is only a very small group of crazy people like those. And look that you are also crazy like that. What amazing quality you have. You have a will inside of you that it's not normal. It's amazing. And you are here and you are in that group. You cannot argue with that. You have that. If you're smiling, you have that inside. You have it. You have that light inside of you. How important it is. So you're not succeeding, so you're not completing your missions, you don't feel that. You don't know what you're doing in this world, you don't know why you've been created. Your main job is to be happy. Your main job is to be aware to Hashem, to say thank you to Hashem Yitbarach. You have a lacking, so the world, the natural world is saying that it's bad, but it's not bad. If you believe in infinity, in endless world, so there is nothing. There is no bad, there is no up, there is no down. The destruction of Bet HaMikdash, was it bad? On what we need to cry? We need to cry on that. Because of that we're alive. We saw tzaddikim were happy that the Bet HaMikdash was destroyed. So what? It's all good. You just need to observe that. How are you going to observe that in this world? That it's all going to the opposite way? Only by talking to Hashem Yitbarach daily. Mideda beribo, zachor eskireh ma'od. When you're talking to Hashem Yitbarach, you're going to remember Him more. You need to tell Him, Borei Olam, let me see that it's all good. Get used to that. Le'olam yargil atzmo adam lomar. The person have to make himself used to. I don't know how to say that. It's too long for me. The person have to get used to. Say to himself daily. Kol ma David Rachmana letav avid. Everything that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing it for the good. Because of a good reason. Borei Olam knows why. It's not easy. You have to get used to do that. You have to push yourself to that action. Like we know about Avraham Avinu. It's written about Avraham Avinu, Vayishlach et yado, Vayikach et hama'achelet, that he sent his hand to take the knife. His hand, she didn't want it to take the knife. The hand didn't want to pick the knife, Chas v'shalom. He had to send his hand to take the knife. He had to decide for his hand. The hand was terrified. He was in the pocket, very deep, holding something. Don't want to move. No, Chas v'shalom. The hand was screaming. But he's forcing his hand to do that. We need to force ourselves against nature. Nature is saying to you that it's hard, all of that sadness, all of the frustration. You look at your life, see how much bad I have in my life, how much horrible things happen to me. You know what? Alright, I'm a lucky guy. Look in the world, what's going on? You're going to see horrible scenes, horrible situations. Horrible. What are you going to do with all of that? You need to force yourself not to look at those things from that point of view, from that angle. You have to believe in HaShem Yitbarach in those situations. In those moments you have to trust HaShem Yitbarach. If your eyes of wisdom cannot work on those situations, you need to understand that they are not the tools that you need to use now. If you have a screwdriver and you need a hammer, and you cannot bang with a screwdriver, so what are you holding it with for? What's going to help you? You need a hammer. If now you're looking with your eyes on a situation, and your eyes are lying, like that it's written, Mesakrot Enaim, and it's with a shin, like Meshakrot Enaim, means that the eyes are lying to the person. It's written Mesakrot Enaim with a sin, with a shin. So it's Meshakrot Enaim. We're learning that the eyes are lying to the person. If now you see something and you think, it's horrible, it's bad, how can I live like that? It's a lie. So if now your eyes are lying to you, drop them. It's not the eyes, it's not the time to use the eyes. It's not the right tool that you need. Now you need to believe in HaShem Yitbarach. Now you need to use the wisdom of faith. And the faith, it's in the night, it's in darkness. It's exactly in those situations that you cannot find your way, that you don't know how to find your way back home to happiness, back home to faith, to shlom bayit, to parnasah, to all of the wonderful things, to all the good. This is the time to count on HaShem Yitbarach. V'holchim b'choshech, and the people that are going in darkness, ra'u or gadol. They saw a huge light, huge light. Huge light, huge light. Yesterday when I said that sentence in the shiur in Bat Yam, so one person said, I know it's true and I can prove it that it's true. He said after that you're driving for a long hours in the desert, suddenly you see Vegas.
The Mirage Hotel.
This was in Russia, in Bat Yam.
Is that it? Yeah?
Yes, the Mirage. The Mirage.
He said, Baruch Hashem that I wasn't remembering that name, but
Well, Mirage is an illusion. So since Las Vegas is all illusions, we need the hotel.
Today we were talking about it. I was talking to a certain friend in the morning, and he said something very clever. That you see that actually the Yetzer Hara, he knows what is important, and he's fighting exactly on the most important things. He's putting all of his power. He's investing on that. This is why we have that suffering that we have on the most important things in the world. This is why all of the world are chasing after women, after fulfilling that horrible desire, lust, satisfaction. Why? Because this is the most important thing in the world. This is the only way that you can bring life into the world, in doing it in Kedusha. So the Yetzer Hara, he aware to that thing. He knows that you can bring life into the world. He knows what's going to happen if you're going to bring life into the world. This is why he's making you so crazy. All of the world he's making so crazy.
He's exploiting you.
Because he knows what's going to be if you're going to be holy exactly on that point. If you're going to guard your eyes, and if you're not going to have a filthy mind, and if you're going to do that mitzvah only in Kedusha, you can never imagine the spiritual level that you can achieve. You can never imagine what we're talking about here. We're talking about something that Rav Shalom said, I wish that someone in 10 years, one avrech from all of that yeshiva going to understand what I was talking about 10 years before. We're talking about something that is going to take us years on years of real strong avodah kasha, with tears, crying to Hashem Yitbarach to get rid of that horrible lust. Crying to Hashem Yitbarach, purify us, clean us, help us, purify us. Just to beg and beg and beg and beg for years of avodah kasha, hard work. If you're going to achieve that, you can never imagine the gain. You can never imagine. Never in your life. You don't know what is waiting for you. It's written, Ayin lo ra'ata Elokim zulatecha. The eye could never see a beauty like that. I was once in Uman and I saw the tzaddik nistar, Rabbi David Chaim Stern, one of the Lamed Vav tzaddikim nistarim from Bnei Brak. He was there with the Rav Shalom, and he said to us, a few guys that were walking over there in the Tzion, close to the Tzion HaKadosh of Rabbeinu, and he said, I don't know what to tell you. All of the world are running after that horrible lust. But I have to say to you that after you cleaning yourself from that, the pleasure that you have just from being alive, it's a lot bigger than all of the satisfaction that you can have by sinning. So today we're running after all of those satisfactions, to eat, to drink, to be happy, to laugh from a certain joke, I don't know what, everyone with his Yetzer Hara. But in the end, we're not enjoying nothing. You can go to the peak, and in that peak you're going to understand that you're actually in the sewer, in the worst place in the world. All of your life you were working to achieve something, and in the end what you have in your hand? Emptiness. Emptiness, emptiness. Reikanut. You're empty. You lost everything. You lost your happiness. You lost your kedusha. You lost your Torah. You lost your tefillah, the connection with Hashem. What you have in your hands? What you have? Your mind full with pictures of women, chas shalom. Full with pictures. This is what you have. Pictures, memories of women and women. What is the satisfaction? You lost it all. You lost it all. You lost your shlom bayit. You lost your kids. You lost your Shabbos. You lost everything. You lost your neshama. You gave up your neshama. What is your gain? Facebook. Millions of pictures. Friends. Friends. They like you. They like you.
These are not the Kohanim friends, right?
Ya'ani.
You need to understand what Borei Olam is planning to give us, what is ready for each and every one of us. But if Borei Olam going to just say, Rabbi Isai, come, take your gain, we're not going to achieve nothing in it. It's not going to be, we're going to be embarrassed eating that sachar, that gain. It's not going to satisfy us. We had it already. When we were all souls in heaven, we had it all, everything was wonderful, but it's called lechem busha, a bread of embarrassment. We were eating, but we were embarrassing to eat. You're eating and you feel that it's not yours. The Olam gave us now that present that we're going to have the option to buy that bread, to have zchut, to have the merit that we can eat and to say that it's ours. And now yagia kapecha ki tochel, your effort of your actions, this is what you're going to eat. By what? By running after food, running after chasing the desires, bringing money to the house, parnasah. No. By understanding that it's all from Hashem. Like the brachot, if you want to eat an apple, if you're going to bite it, you're stealing it from Hashem Yitbarach. If you're saying, Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam, you are the creator of that tree, you're the creator of that fruit. Borei peri ha'etz created that fruit, and you're eating it, it's yours. What? By admitting that it's his, it becomes to be yours? Yes, exactly. By the fact that you're always going to understand that Hashem Yitbarach, He is the one that is giving you the things that you have, by that, you're going to buy those things. They become to be yours. If you're not going to understand that your wife, she came from Hashem Yitbarach, she's not your wife. She's not your wife. She's still of Hashem. But when you understand that Hashem gave it to you, it's become to be yours. Your wife, your kids, your wisdom, your ability to see, your health, everything that you have. In the moment that you're buying that wisdom, that it's all of Hashem, it's become to be yours. And if you're going to have that complete faith that everything there is enod milvado, also me, nothing, there is nothing exists in the world except of Hashem Yitbarach, you become to be Him.